So I am making my own version of the walkaway type of video that have just become popular on YouTube and other places. I know I don't fit the normal profile of someone who would do a walkaway video. Usually they're younger, in their 20s, 30s, something like that. A lot of times they've been former liberals or Democrats or something like that. I don't fit that either. I've been more or less a lifelong Republican and a lifelong conservative. The last time I voted Democratic in a national election was when I was very young, voting for Jimmy Carter. But here's why I would classify myself in this walkaway movement, and that is about a year and a half ago, in September of 2016, I began to examine some key events in the history of our country. For example, the Kennedy assassination. I remember being not quite 10 years old when that happened, and I remember my mother being very overcome, as we all were, with that tragic event. And of course, in school and throughout the rest of the time that I was growing up and we were hearing about this, we were always told by official government sources that this was Lee Harvey Oswald acting alone. Well, I don't want to get into all the theories of who it might have been, but if you just look at the video footage, you can see that there couldn't have been just one shooter, because the killing blow certainly came from the side or the front and not from the back, where Lee Harvey Oswald was supposed to have been stationed in the book depository. So, that's just one example. I don't want to get off into all of that. That made me begin to question, what else have we been told that is actually a deception by our government, by our educational system, and so on. Now, I have an earned doctorate from a very prestigious university. I've been a college teacher for many years. I've been also in the ministry and in the pastorate. So, I've seen a few things. And I have always understood from the Bible's perspective, as a believing Christian, that, the Bible says that the world is controlled by the evil one. And I've always believed that to be true. I've believed it more in a background sense. I felt that in everyday life, you don't see a lot of that, but that, it's true in the background and in some parts of the world, in some segments of society. Well, I think what this has made me understand is that this has been much more on an operational level, this control of evil, for example, in many segments of American society, and really of society in general, no matter where you are in the world. And that's been a real, I guess you'd say, eye-opener to me. It's caused me to be very skeptical of what we're being told in the major news outlets, in the entertainment industry, what's coming down the pike as fashionable in education, which I'm very much a part of. It's made me skeptical of what our government tells us. And of course, the election of Donald Trump later that year in 2016, for me at least, gave me the permission, I guess you'd say, to speak more openly about these things. I was one of those people that was always very careful what I said in public, very careful what I said in the classroom, and I want to be courteous to people, and I want to be tolerant to some degree. But on the other hand, I also now feel a little bit more willing to state my view, feeling like I have a right to do so. So that's my walkaway testimony. I would encourage you to do some research on your own as well. And check out my website, aspectministries.com. I comment on a lot of issues that are very important and exciting. I comment on a lot of issues that are very pertinent to the times that we live in. Thanks for watching.